What's up, guys? FL just brought in all this stuff from the P.O. box. The only one that I know what's inside is this one, or that I actively remember, and the stuff in this one is really good. So we'll start with this one, but these two are from one person, and then this is from another person. That's our turn. We won't open that. That doesn't matter. But I'm kind of excited. I know I have some Series X trades incoming. I'm not sure if any of those are that. I don't think they are, to be honest. So we'll see. I do have a buy list posted. You can check that out. Link in the description. Often buying Nintendo Wii's and bundler games like Wii Sports, Mario Kart, Wii Sports Resort, New Super Mario Bros. And then there's some other consoles on there that I do buy, like N64, GameCube, 360, PS3, as long as they're working. So that's something that people do just kind of send to me often, and sometimes they don't even let me know that they're sending it, which is fine as long as you leave a note in the package or something. Definitely leave a note if you're ever going to send me something with the details of the transaction, with where you reached out, what price we agreed on, so that it makes it a lot easier for me as I unbox them. In this case, I made a deal on Instagram. Shout out to Joseph. This is like probably the 5th deal that we've made. He's great to work with, and he just has been sending me all sorts of glorious games. And this is a Game Boy collection. I believe basically every game had the manual with it. I'm hoping the manuals are inside of here. Apparently, what are these? Oh, these are like e-reader cards, yep. So we had an e-reader with a bunch of cards. Here's all stack of manuals and all those games in cases. So I'm gonna kind of get everything unwrapped and we'll show off what came in this. We've got the games ready, and I just looked up what I paid, $450 here. So he knows the margins I need to be at. He gives me the value and then the asking price. And in this case, I just said deal. That's very fair. I appreciate it. So really easy to work with on both ends. That's the goal. I want to be easy to work with. And if you're easy to work with, we're going to have a great long-term relationship, and that's what's happened here. So as I go through these, I'm going to talk a little bit about probably where I'll be selling them, a little bit of strategy behind the reasoning for that. And there's some beautiful stuff here. The cool thing is there's also extra manuals, but I think every game does have the manual, so that's pretty awesome. But let's kind of go through quickly here because there's a lot. Popular Game Boy games like this one are fantastic for Amazon. So Mario Land 1 and 2, those both would absolutely be Amazon, especially in very good condition like this. Label's very clean, they look great. Those are going to be great Amazon games. Something like this, you know, stuff that you haven't really heard of as much, or that wouldn't be fast sellers on Amazon, those will all either be eBay, or if they're like under $10 by themselves, they'll be bundled together. I'm never selling anything less than $10 at this point. I'll say if you're growing and you are working on your cash flow, building that up, it's definitely worth your time to sell stuff for $6, $7, $8, whatever. But in this case, when we have more inventory than we can manage, it's a little bit of a challenge to sell that kind of stuff. So Frogger, that's probably an Amazon. I'll put that in the maybe pile. But then a lot of these, you know, retro games on Amazon, you kind of got to have the most popular ones for people to be buying them there. That's not really the market as much for Amazon. Popular games that are high demand and very good condition are the number one thing I sell on Amazon, in addition to game consoles. So that's usually what I'm doing over there. eBay is where I do everything else, but right now, Whatnot actually has become a really big part of our business. And the fact that a lot of these have manuals makes me think that could be a really fun Whatnot auction to do amazing Game Boy games with manuals. So a lot of this might end up there, but like here's R-Type. That is that might be the winner of the lot. Very uncommon, and I know I saw the manual for that one in there, so that is very exciting. But Wario Land 2 would probably be an Amazon game, pretty popular. You never know, Batman Return of the Joker could be. I think it's kind of uncommon, so...
What do you think R-Type is worth?
R-Type is probably like $100 with the manual.
Okay.
I'll have to check, I could be completely wrong. But
Searching.
yeah, I can check it out.
I'll be the
Yeah, you can be...
the Jamie
back me up here.
Jamie, pull up the
Please. Mario Bros. Deluxe would definitely be an Amazon. Cubert could be. These are just some good old classic Game Boy games here. Donkey Kong Land, Amazon. Game Watch Gallery, great lot, especially if we have the first one, which I'm hoping we do. I bet you Oddworld Adventures is a good Game Boy game.
It's a
Was it
good
just
box,
regular
man.
R-Type?
R-Type, yep, and it has the manual. I could have been way off. I thought I just sold the manual for a lot.
40.
Okay, $40. Well, I was way off. I think I must have sold a different one. Tetris DX,
There's
that's
R-Type
probably
D-
Amazon.
R-Type DX that looks like it goes right
Yeah, it might have been the DX one that I
there.
saw.
Another one is R-Type. Oh, well.
$40, that's a win. Mario Golf, Amazon. Zelda DX, there we go. Hope that has the manual, that's definitely a good one. Shadowgate Classic, these are all so clean. Everything that he sold has been so clean. Yu-Gi-Oh, Pac-Man, those might be Amazon. We got 3 more. Miss Pac-Man, Dig Dug, and Monopoly. So all that, guys, for $450. We got this e-reader with all these cards, which is really cool to have the cards with it. And then here's all the manuals. We'll kind of shuffle through, like, just glorious. And we do have some extra manuals for GBA, starting here. Metroid Fusion, Mario World, Mario Luigi, WarioWare, Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. Actually, I know that we're selling some of these tonight as we're filming this in our Whatnot auction, so we'll probably add some of these to those, which is perfect. Good
Now,
timing.
when you sell Game Boy games on Amazon and you have a manual, do you add the manual? Is it worth it on Amazon?
That's like, I feel like the buyers aren't really looking for that as much. Like, very good condition on Amazon, kind of for cartridge games. Common practice is if the cartridge is very clean with a clean label front and back, then that's very good condition. So usually the buyer will just look for something in very good condition. They're expecting a nice cartridge, they're not expecting a manual. So something like that I'll be more likely to sell on eBay or whatnot, where somebody values the manual and is willing to pay because it has a manual. Pay up a little bit more. We're gonna get into the next box. Here it is. So the 2 brown boxes here came from the same person. And I might remember, you know, the details of the deal as I open it, but as it stands, I don't recognize what they are, so
A mystery box as it
mystery
now.
box to say the least. It is a mystery to me at this time. Okay, so this is a Wii bundle. So we must have worked out a deal on Instagram. Shout out to Matt leaving a note so I can reference it quickly, but it looks like there's going to be 6 Wiis. So these now, I've updated my buy list. Wii's in very good condition with remotes and cables and all lids and everything. Those I'm paying $40 for. So I just have people sending me Wii's all the time. I think this is Matt's first time, so the other box is going to be the other 2 Wii's. Not interesting enough to open up, but if you have a bunch of Wii's, usually I think eBay sellers that they might get a little bit more than that after fees, but I have a lot of local eBay sellers that sell me all their Wii's because I sell them on Amazon. We clean them up, bundle them with the right games, and are able to get a little bit more. So I can pay more than most. So if that's something that interests you, I would be interested in taking them as long as they're, you know, cleaned up and tested. This box is from a different person. So let's see what's inside. Boy, I still have no idea. Was this one? Did they just say it? It says Need for Speed Most Wanted starts up but will not load any gameplay. One of the Need for Speed Underground plays but graphics are missing. Everything else should work just fine. God bless and keep up the good content. Luke 14:12. Look up Luke 14:12.
Is he in the Discord?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Is it Luke F? Where's the
This was
package
from Steven.
Steven.
Yep. But look up Luke 14:12. I don't know what that is.
Oh, the verse.
The verse, yeah.
I'm like, who's Luke? Chase, what username?
Yeah, that's not a reference of who it's from. That is a SNES. That's crazy.
That's interesting.
What does it say?
Jesus said to his host, when you give a luncheon or dinner, do not invite your friends, your brothers or sisters, your relatives, or your rich neighbors. If you do, they may invite you back, and so you will be repaid. But when you give a banquet, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, and the blind, and you'll be blessed. Although they cannot repay you, you'll be repaid at the resurrection of the righteous.
Okay, so
He's saying we don't
That's
have to
one
pay him.
yeah,
Is that
I think that's what's happening here.
what?
Blessing us is the idea.
That's awesome.
Oh, I was kind of kidding, but actually, maybe
Yeah,
that's what
No,
he's
I
doing.
think that's what's happening here. So Steven, I'm gonna confirm this because you might have messaged me. I know I had one incoming that I wasn't sure what I'd be getting. That is very generous of you. If that's the case, thank you so much. There's a Super Nintendo in here. I already kind of have a thought for this. For tonight with our auction, you haven't picked out an item, Alpal. But if you wanted to just put all this up for sale, take it as a bonus.
Oh, wow.
I think we could do that. I think that would be cool, and I think Steven would be really happy with that too. Alpal's been killing it, shipping. I mean, we sold, how many games did we sell? 1,000 games plus 500 giveaways in our last auction. That
Yeah.
you primarily shipped all of it. That is a job, and you're going to be doing something similar after tonight. So hopefully this could help, and maybe we can even still pick out the other one and just kind of really make it special. So that's going to be fun, and that is very, very
Wow.
generous and kind.
Well, thank you, Steven.
And shout out to Steve. I just want to thank you. Asked him if we could put up the box that he sent us on Whatnot to give to Alpal for Alpal's hard work as a bonus, and he loved that idea and approved of it, and we got, I think, at least $150, and we even did a few other things for you. So it worked out really well. So Steve, we really appreciate your generous spirit. It's
Thanks,
contagious.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so down in the comments below, if you're feeling generous, do something generous. That's an awesome spirit to have, and we thank you for watching this video. We'll see you next time.